Hi, Bacchus Treasures is up here at the Santa Lucia Highlands. We're at the Tondre Grape Fields. I'm here with Joe Allery, and he is the owner of Tondre. And we're just going to ask him a couple questions. This is the very first winemaker video for Bacchus Treasures, so we're really excited about it. It's a beautiful, gorgeous day up here. The views are unbelievable. We're at an unbelievably nice pad. So, Joe, can you tell me just about where you got the name for the wine?
The Tondre name started, my dad's first name is Tondre. Out in front of his house, down low, the first 6 acres of grapes, he goes, I'm going to plant grapes out in front of the house. And I came in to see him, how he's recovering. He goes, hey, I'm going to plant grapes out in front of the house. And at the time, I was running 5 broccoli crews, just working 7 days a week. And I looked at him, I go, are you crazy? And he goes, no, don't worry, I'll do it. I'm going to plant 6 acres of grapes. And I go, okay. I didn't thought that was the end of it. And, I'm just busy doing everything else. And next thing I know, Gerald McFarland down the road, one of the longest growing families in Salinas Valley here, been growing grapes. He was friends with my father. And Dad asked him, he goes, hey, I want to plant grapes out in front of my house. Gerald, what do I do? He goes, well, I'll order you the vines for you. They'll be here in a year. He says, okay. He goes, well, what do you want to plant, Tondre? He goes, I don't care. And he goes, well, you can either plant a Chardonnay or a Pinot Noir. And my dad goes, well, what's a Pinot Noir? He goes, it's red. And he goes, oh, well, I like red wine. Let's plant that. And that's actually how it started, believe it or not. That's how much research went into it. Come to find out, after we planted it, we're in the best AVA for Pinot Noir. And this Santa Lucia Highlands has just been producing some great Pinot Noirs ever since.
And how long have you guys been actually making wine?
We started our first vintage in 2003. In 2000, we sold them our first crop. 2001, they were doing a vineyard designate at David Bruce. Tony Craig was the winemaker. And they're the ones that actually started calling it a grape field. And when we got out there, he asked me, he goes, Joe, why do you keep calling this a field? And it never dawned on me. And I go, well, I'm just so used to being in lettuce fields, broccoli fields, carrot fields, pepper fields. We weren't vineyard. We didn't consider ourselves, we were just farmers, and we called everything a field. So that's how it, nothing really, there was no big train of thought that went into, we just basically just planted them. Up, a friend down the road said Pinot Noir. I couldn't even pronounce the name at the time.
Pinot?
Yeah, Pinot. I was like, okay, I gotta go to the store and buy one. Anyway, that's how it started.
The Santa Lucia Highlands, definitely without a doubt, is, in our opinion, the best region for Pinot Noir grapes. Tell me a little about your winemaker.
Tony Craig, he's a very experienced winemaker. He was at David Bruce. He learned all his winemaking techniques there for years. David Bruce was probably, at the time, they were the #1 Pinot Noir producer back in the early 2000s. He will not come out to the vineyard until harvest time. He leaves all the growing up to me. He just says, Joe, you know what you're doing. You grow the grapes. I'll take it from there. He'll come out and taste berries. He does not pull samples for the lab. Everything's on taste. He mainly goes on taste. He doesn't care what the sugars are. It's all on taste. And he believes, he does the basics in his winemaking, but he lets the wine make itself. He's not one to force an issue with the wine. He has his technique down where he lets use a Hungarian oak, which a lot of people don't. They use French oak. They believe in Hungarian oak. It, I think, gives it a better balance. If you can start with good fruit, you'll end up with good wine. And between the soils that we have here and the cool climate, it's a good combination.
We still like to drink it.
Yeah, but anyway.
Speaking of which, we're going to take a commercial break right now and have some more wine because I'm not drinking it. This stuff is so good, we need more of it. And I know my poor partner Udah's right there holding the camera, you guys, and he's not getting to drink any. So, the treasure lovers out there, what do you think they're going to enjoy most about your wine?
When you first smell it in the glass, you'll smell that, they call it the Santa Lucia Highlands aroma. And then most of the fruit that comes out of the San Lucia Highlands, and well, and the Tendre will be a little bit on the fruit forward. And it's balanced, and you'll end up with a dark bean cherry taste sometimes. And the balance at the end will, I think, go inside. It doesn't run out of steam at the end, and it doesn't overpower you at the end either.
Sounds good. Well, Joe, I thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Your wine is fantastic. We're really loving it. But I have to ask you one more question. We already know, and we believe that you make the best wine, the best wine. But I want to know, do you think your wine is better than sex?
It lasts longer.
I love it. Good day, folks. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for visiting. You have to try this stuff. It's absolutely amazing, and you can't get it any cheaper than we can offer it to you. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.